Thank you, Seppi. That was really inspiring. And I want to thank all of you for coming out in the rain. I just have a couple more things to say before I ask Gary Patton to come back up. I think many of you know that this is the launch of a greater campaign, a statewide campaign that we feel is necessary to let our legislators, our neighbors, in fact, help them wake up, let the media see what we're doing, and join together. We may not agree on everything about this project, but we do agree that we need to get together. Unity is our biggest strength. So this week we launched a campaign that is multifaceted. You'll see some of the signs in the air, but you'll see thousands of these signs on people's lawns from the peninsula to Southern California. We have established a website called highspeedboondoggle.com. Visit our website and look at the 4 videos that are extraordinarily educational and send that link to people that you know that still need to learn. Join our Facebook page, because that is going to be our way to petition our legislators. The more people that are on Facebook, the better. If you don't know about Facebook, ask your favorite teenager and they'll help you out. And lastly, you may have seen one of the first of our ads in the Daily News this week. It's all the educational information, but the headline, I think, speaks for all of us. If you think the noise from high-speed rail will be loud, the sound of 43 billion being flushed down the toilet will be deafening. So lastly, I want to let you know that this entire campaign has been put together by community volunteers, people that work like you, people that raise families, people that lose parents in the process of our lives. And we feel so strongly about this that we have dedicated huge amounts of time, and we ask that you too just step up just a little bit. Take some lawn signs, get them out to your neighbors, ask people to go to the Facebook page, because one of my favorite quotes in the world is this is from Margaret Mead, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Thank you.
Thank you, Betsy. I want to add to what Betsy said only on one point, and that is, as always, it takes a little bit of funding to get these lawn signs done, and the advertising campaign to continue, and the T-shirts, and the banners that say, high-speed boondoggle, and I'm going to lose my business, I'm going to lose my home. Please, please, there are donation jars all over. And with that, I want to reintroduce Gary Patton.
You know, I am an attorney, and I was a public official for 20 years, a Santa Cruz County supervisor. And that means I served with illustrious supervisors like Quentin Kopp, Rod Diridon, but some other ones who maybe you like a little bit better, and we ought to work with them. Anna Eshu, Jackie Spear, Diane Feinstein, and Barbara Boxer. They were all county supervisors, and what am I doing here? Standing in the rain telling you that my experience in government is that if ordinary people advancing the cause that is right will actually do the work of citizenship, they will win. And we are going to win this battle. Don't doubt it. And don't think we've already won it. The fact that somebody told you that they're going to spend all the money in the Central Valley doesn't mean that the San Francisco Peninsula isn't right in the crosshairs of a boondoggle of a project. Now here is what has to happen, and what I think can happen between now and the adoption of the next state budget, which is perhaps even sooner than next July 1st, but basically in the next 6 months. Ultimately in control of this project are 2 sets of officials. The High-Speed Rail Authority, Quentin Kopp, Rod Diridon. They're not actually in control. The people who are in control are the people who have the money. That's your state government, and the state government, and I know this is true because I was one, listen to local government. We need indeed to be united, not divided. We need every community, local government to agree on a few basics, even on what to say no to. No elevated structures through the middle of our community. Do you really think the state government, Governor Brown, our new governor, and the federal government and President Obama are going to jam an elevated freeway structure through the middle of Burlingame, San Mateo, Belmont, all of those places, if every one of those city council says no, no, no? They're no, 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 they're not. It's raining. Somebody said, are we going to take questions? I'll go stand under a tree. You can ask me questions after this. But I want to get you back there. Take lots of yard signs, put them up everywhere, get your neighbors to put them up. Take the literature and sign up to get bulletins, because we're going to be mobilizing you, your friends, and people all throughout the communities of the San Francisco Peninsula in the next several months to win, because this is a boondoggle, and if they can't do it right, don't do it at all.
I just thought of one good reason to have an elevated train. It would give you some great shelter from the rain. And speaking of that, we have seen study upon study upon study that elevated trains bring blight. They bring blight, and we don't want blight. We are living in some of the most economically viable communities in the country. Why would we want to invite more blight? That makes absolutely no sense. This train is an insane train. It is a boondoggle, my friends. I think that we should form a human train right now, and we should march through downtown Burlingame. There's someone out in the crowd with a bullhorn, and she's going to lead you through Burlingame, and you need to educate your neighbors. You need to educate people here about what this is. So I want to give you a few rules of the road before we do that. Oh, okay. You know, we can't have a rally. We can't have a rally without introducing some dignitaries before we leave. And this is very important. This is not just a formality, but there are some dignitaries here, and they are here because they care. They're not sitting in their offices. They're not sitting at home watching the football game. They are here in the rain along with you. So let me just introduce just a few. And they're from everywhere. Burlingame Councilmember Ann Keegren is here. Burlingame Councilmember Michael Brownrigg. San Carlos Councilmember Matt Grocott. Belmont Mayor Christine. Hello. Belmont Vice Mayor Corlin Fireback. Menlo Park Councilmember Kelly Ferguson. Menlo Park Mayor Rich Klein. Atherton Councilmember Jerry Carlson. Atherton Councilmember Elizabeth Lewis. Palo Alto Mayor Pat Burt. Activists from the Community Coalition on High-Speed Rail. Gilroy, all the way from Gilroy and Morgan Hill. Yvonne Sheets Salcedo. So, you know, a couple of rules of the road here. A couple of announcements. I'll take it down a notch so I'm not screaming. Go to the tables, get yourself some lawn signs, sign up on our list so we can inform you of what's happening next. Help inform your neighbors, take the banners. We need funding to continue this campaign, especially in the newspapers. Newspaper advertising is very expensive, but it's very, very effective. We need to send a loud message. We need your help to do it. Let's go out and march through the streets, but you need to do it single file. You can't block any traffic. You can't block any intersections. You can't interfere with pedestrians or businesses. And most importantly, stay away from the tracks, especially those of you who are wearing red, because red signals the conductors that something is wrong on the tracks. So please, please stay away from the tracks. And Pat Jorney has a bullhorn, and she's going to lead you through the streets of Burlingame. Pat. Hello, Pat. Okay, the megaphone doesn't really work all that well. She is behind you. Follow her, and we'll be right behind you. Come back here, sign up on the sheets, do what you need to do to get the word out. Thank you all very, very much for coming out here and helping to get the word out. And thank you to our umbrella holders.